Okay, so let's clear the air then. So no, I see it like this. I love your show. I watch The Flank all the time. It's great. I also know everything about Boston Breach. Yeah. So like when I know what I know about Boston Breach and then I hear The Flank, and again, I get it. But when I hear The Flank airing out things that are private with the Boston Breach, like specific things like, oh, Snoopy doesn't know a spawn here, or Snoopy blacks out here in S&D, and then it's being shown on The Flank, I'm led to believe certain things. So that's why I have a frustration. So it's not like that's basically all that is. I mean, when I know private things, I just feel like this. If you're on a pro team in the CDL and you got frustrations with your team and then it's coming out on The Flank, it just makes me think that the private frustrations are not truly private. Does that make sense? So like this was before I even went on The Flank. And then I texted you about this.
You know this, like, you know how this scene works. Like people,
everybody's
not rarely does like even your team issues really stay private. It's just how it goes. Like people talk to other people and then they talk to girlfriends and every fucking challenger in the scene knows that's how it gets back to us. So.
Oh no, 100%. I just think that in Boston, if I'm going to have jurisdiction for Boston Breach, I don't want to see. No, I get it. I just don't want to see on Boston Breach private matters going public anywhere. Like, obviously, I love The Flank.
What was private that got made public? What was private? And if you're talking about us leaking shit, bro, that's the rotation, CDL, intel, blah, blah. That's why when we did like, first of all, Parasite did go rogue when he did leak shit, but I will say, it was out. It was leaked. Like people knew. Like rotation was on it. Intel.
No, it's the same way you feel about Asim, Tom. It's how I feel about Snoop. You know, like I love how you care about your people. Like you care about everyone on The Flank. You care about your guys. I care about my guys too. That's all it is. Like, look, if Snoopy is gonna fail in the CDL and not play well, it's not gonna be because private laundry is getting aired out to The Flank so that we could talk about it publicly and then create narratives about players. I'm not gonna throw.
But I don't know what private laundry are you talking about?
I mean, it's very simple. Like Snoopy forgets a spawn and Snoopy forgets a play call in S&D, and then that's what's being discussed on The Flank. I just don't like seeing that about people on my team.
Well, when it comes to
the spawn thing, there are a couple of maps where I think even the spawn thing is pretty obvious if you look at his arrow. But go ahead, Tom.
I mean, it's just airing out dirty laundry. Like there's private things. Okay, here's the thing. I know. Look, I could sit here and have smear campaigns about players all day long. Okay, that's great. I love that. That's awesome. That's great. And if there's drama that gets out, that's great too, because it's great content and we all need it. But there's things that have been said privately in Boston Breach camp that have been aired out on The Flank. And I don't like that. So moving forward in Boston Breach, that's not going to happen anymore. That's not going to happen on my platforms or on anyone's platforms anywhere.
Well,
I just think that's unreal. Listen, Doug, let's be realistic, bro, because I live in reality. This is not going to happen. Listen, it happens not just in esports, it happens in pro sports too.
We leaked.
Yeah, I don't know, but like my point is like if people are frustrated, in this hypothetical that you're spinning here, right? People are going to talk to their people and it's going to get out. You're never going to be able to keep everything public, and if there's a split or a disagreement in the camp, both sides are going to come out. That's how it works in esports. That's how it works in pro sports. It's not going to change.
When has Snoopy's side ever come out? It never has come out.
I would love to.
We'd love to get Snoopy's side.
To have Snoopy on the Flank. We would love to have everyone. Bro, this is what we always tell people. Like sometimes people go dark and they don't say anything. You know what I mean? It's very quiet. We don't hear anything. We don't see anything. We don't get the whole story. I mean that we talk about that all the time. We always have open doors to anyone in the league. We make that very clear. We want, bro. If any CDL pro messages me and says they want to come on a Flank, we're gonna get them on a Flank. We always want to get guests on. That's what we want to do. We want people to communicate and talk.
Bro, we had scrap on.
You can even come on with them, Doug. You can all come on. Get the fucking GM on. Get fucking Adam Morrison. Get all these. Get the whole fucking Boston. We've had Ben. Who have we had on? We've had owners. We've had Boom. We've had Dick. We've had all kinds of shit.
We've had a lot of shit on, and Tom and I policies look like on both sides of an issue. If people want to come on and talk, the problem is too often in the scene, there's this mentality that people just want their gameplay to do the talking. I think it's just a shit PR strategy.
Do you guys remember when New York subliners had Crim and what was it, DeReal on the Flank? That's like what this would turn into basically if we went down that road, and we just don't feel like going down that road with it because we're not trying to throw people that we drop under the bus. I mean, it's just that simple.
And that's fine, but
we have respect for the people that come in the org, so we don't want to talk bad about them.
I hear you, but like,
that's it. It's that simple. There's nothing else to say.
I mean.
Well, now moving forward, the Boston Breach, I promise you, it will stay private. It's just that simple.
I don't think it will, because eventually you're gonna make a roster change. And Doug, I love you, but I just think that it's not realistic.
Well,
like,
we gonna find out. We gonna find out.
I mean, hey, Doug, I respect you fucking doing what you got to do for your camp. You know what I mean? If you feel like it's gonna make your camp better and this and that, and you're standing, you know what I'm saying?
The team is dead last in the league. Anything would make the team better. You and me coming back on the team would make the team better.
Doug, you be talking crazy, bro. You be talking crazy.
I am going crazy, Tom. I got a lot of shit happening, man.
Name, bro. And it's not adding up, Doug. It's not adding up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck, man? I thought we were cool.
We are.
Oh, like, come on, dog. Come on. What are we doing here,
Tom,
dog?
I don't have a problem with you airing out shit in our camp privately on the flank. I love that you can do that because it's good. It's good for you. It's not good for Boston Breach.
I mean, listen, Doug. Yeah, Ben, I was gonna reach. That could be argued. That could be argued too.
Listen. I'm gonna repeat what I say. Like, this is my advice to all players and teams, bro. This is a PR thing. I'm not talking about team chemistry. I'm talking purely public relations perspective. If you're not playing offense, you're playing defense. So this conversation is not the only time I've ever people.
Dude, we run a team. We don't have to play defense or offense. We run the team. We don't have to do shit.
Doug, listen.
Ben, you listen. We run the team. You don't.
I hear you, but what I'm trying
it's that simple.
What I'm trying to tell you is that too often in esports, and in sports world, they fucking understand this, by the way. Some of these sports teams are excellent at executing this. Bro, if you do not say anything, if you are not messaging out anything publicly at all, you're not streaming, you're not tweeting anything, all that, the narrative is being spun by other people around you. Now, whether you get affected by narrative, I can't speak to. But at the end of the day, you're automatically on defense if you're not getting your side of the story out. It's very fucking simple. So I've told people in the esports world, like, if you don't do this and you're like, oh, I'm just going to let my gameplay do the talking, bro, don't complain on the other side of it when people like on the flank, on rotation, on the Breaking Point podcast, on the breakdown, talk about these teams and give their opinions, and you're just offended that they're saying stuff and you're not getting your perspective out.
Okay, so if you think that I'm mad at you
I don't
and
think
Tom
I don't think
because shit in our camp privately got out, I'm not mad at you guys, and I have nothing wrong with that at all.
I don't think that
it's totally fine. Like I 100% support. If it gets out, it gets out. I totally support that.
Yep.
So I don't have a problem with you guys at all.
No, Doug, I don't got a problem with you either. Just to make that clear, I actually don't. I'm just like, you know me. I'm just clip farming and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking around.
You should. I support it. You absolutely should. I have no problem with that. That's great. You
were talking a little crazy, though. You were talking a little crazy.
Yo, what's good, Tommy?
Hey, Doug. What's good, bro?
What's up, Tom?
What up, fellas? No, listen.
We got
I tuned in here like 10 minutes ago, and Doug, I don't understand your style when it comes to you don't want them to talk about Snoopy not knowing to rotate or not knowing like when he should have been on a hill on the flank when that's what the flank is about. Like that's like it's an analytics show. Like we're talking about like plays in the game. This is public information.
Tom, do you like rats? Yo,
You're not answering my question.
I don't have to. Do you like rats, Tommy? Yes or no?
Bro, no one likes rats.
That's simple. It's that simple. It's just that simple. That's it. It's just that simple.
Who's being a rat?
I'm not going to air out dirty laundry because I just refuse to do that shit. It's just that simple. There's nothing else to discuss here, guys.
Brother, we're talking about people making plays in a video game. And like, what are we talking about?
I mean, I hear what Doug's saying, but like,
you hear what I'm saying, Ben? Then that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go involved in that. I'm not gonna get more in depth with that. We run a team. We're gonna do what we think is best for the team. It's just that simple. We don't air out dirty laundry. We don't talk down on players on the team. We don't talk about anyone on the team in a negative or positive way publicly because we believe our problems should stay private, and we want our problems to stay private moving forward with Boston Breach.
It's something gonna hold until listen. It's just not a Doug. I'm just telling you that like it's just not a realistic goal. But in this scene, like every player, and I'm sure there's players now like here in the chat or whatever, like bro, every player like has some kind of support structure, and usually external people. It's usually girlfriends and other people in the scene, challengers, players, other ex-pros. None of this shit ever stays private, bro. It's not going to stay in the room. It's just an impossible goal.
I don't think anything is impossible, first of all. And second of all, I think if things do get out, I 100%, going back to you, Temper, Tommy, Ben, I agree 100%. It absolutely should and can be discussed everywhere. But moving forward on Boston Breach, I'm telling you right now, that's not something we're going to tolerate.
Yeah, you're just changing the ways. You're gonna try and change the ways of the camp. I can't like be mad at you for that, right? Like, if you want to, that's fine, bro. It's your camp. Which, Doug, are you getting more involved in his camp or what? Like,
oh yes, absolutely, Tom. Yes,
like a title
absolutely.
Position here?
We are absolutely getting more involved in this camp. And I don't like the way the camp's been running privately. I'm not going to air out dirty laundry. I just don't do that shit. I'm not a rat. Personally, I don't like to air out dirty laundry. So I'm not going to air out dirty laundry.
I don't know who the rat is. I'll be honest. I don't know. I think
Doug's speaking in fucking platitudes right now. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, the thing that I don't understand, like, maybe there's something I'm not picking up, but when we're talking about people making plays and not making plays in a game, that's not private information. That's public information.
Right. That's what I don't know who the rat is. I don't know like what because he was saying dirty laundry and shit too. That's what I don't understand. What's the dirty laundry and shit? Like, what is it? Like, what the fuck is it?
Tom,
like,
you know how you love your people? Both of you, Toms. You guys love your people. Like, you guys love your people. We love our people too, man.
What does that have to do with ASIM? I don't understand. What does that have to
We
do
all
with
love our people, man. So it's all about the love for the people we got. That's it. We should just keep it pushing, man. That's it. There's nothing else to really say here. I mean, we all probably agree on all the same things. Like, there's not really much of a disagreement.
Yeah, like Doug, Snoopy's not the only guy on Boston we've called out for making shit plays and making bad plays. Like, all the players have been called out. Like, we talked about the whole roster as a whole. Like,
I mean, here's
Snoopy
the thing, bro.
Snoopy made some pretty bad plays that were game changing plays, bro. Like, we do that with every series, with every player. It happened with Purge round 11 when he pushed up Invasion Street and he laid down. He made a bad play. Like, bro, it happens. Like, people are gonna make bad plays and we're gonna review it, bro. Just like when I competed, I had fucking Nameless on the podcast reviewing talking about bad plays and shit, right? People talk about bad plays, bro. I got a fucking meme for going 4-23. The fucking emote in my fucking chat. You know what I'm saying?
So I feel like if we don't call out people for making bad plays, it's not only a disservice to the people, it's a disservice to that person in particular. Right? Like, we're acting like, oh, no, it's cool, whatever. No, it's not fucking cool. Like, shit, we're all going to have bad games. You know what I mean? We're all going to have bad performances. It's a part of it. It's a part of the nature of the sport. So it's got to be talked about. That's the only way you get better. Doug, you know that more than anybody because you're always fucking, you know what I mean, doing pull-ups and shit. It's like, you can't just be acting like, if you had a shit day, you can't be acting like, oh, no, it's cool, whatever. Like, no, you're going to be hard on yourself. You're going to be like, nah, like, yesterday's not going to happen again.
100%. I agree 100%.
I think, listen, at the end of the day, like, I'm just.
Kairo's hilarious.
Dude, I'm reading your chat as that's going down.
It's okay, son. And also, you're echoing. So,
Is that
I'm dragging out here until he fixes this shit again. He always takes this issue every time. Look, here's what I'm saying, bro. At the end of the day, like, if you don't want people to complain about their team situation, like, have a better camp where people don't feel like they need to go out.
100%, Ben. I agree with you 100%.
It's been said about multiple teams over the years, and like that is the one thing you can control. Like, have a better camp, address issues, ensure that people aren't making the same mistakes over and over and over, and then people aren't going to go complain, outside the circle about this shit.
You're absolutely right, Ben. I agree 100%. We are definitely in agreement. And look, we all make mistakes too. Like, I fucking wore a wire, guys. Like, dude, I literally wore a fucking wire, bro. I went up to Nameless with a fucking wire. So, like, I've been a rat before. I've done some dumb shit before. Like, I'm not perfect, guys. I'm a fucking moron too. Look, I'm looking at the flank. Guys, I wore a wire. I've been a fucking rat. I've been there before. Look, I'm not trying to say that I've never not been there. Temper, you literally brought me up. You've seen all of my success and my shortcomings too. We just have to get better and move on from things. That's all it comes down to. So I agree. Like, Ben, Tom, I think I agree with everything you guys are saying here.
Yeah. And listen, Doug, at the end of the day, bro, like, obviously best of luck to, like, your roster. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously.
Hey, Doug, I'm from Boston, bro. I want to see Boston win. You know what I mean?
Bro, all that matters, Doug, is the result at the end of the day, bro. You go out there and get results. It's all that matters.
Tommy, it just comes down to this, guys. Like,
you know what I'm saying? None of this shit matters. None of it matters.
Yeah, I just think it's
like the buzzwords you were throwing out there.
Okay, like, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen, I want to say this too, Tom. This is so weird with two Toms in here. I want to say this too, man. I'm going through a lot of fucking personal shit in my life right now. And I'm trying to figure that shit out as we go on in real time. So it's like I don't want these buzzwords because these buzzwords are a reflection of that shit, and that's just not the things that's making the way I make Temper feel and the way I make Zoomaa feel is the same way that I know why it's happening and I get it. At the end of the day, I think we all have love for our people, and we want to make sure that we can do the best we can for the people that we have around us. That's really what it comes down to.
What buzzwords are you talking about?
I mean, Zoomaa, you could say them. Like you didn't like some of the words that I said, right?
The money shit and the clip farmer shit and narrative shit, that shit. Just like
I just got here. By the way, I know I'm very new to all this.
I'm
shit,
good.
So...
I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad at all. Like I'm not mad about it. I'm good.
Doug, respectfully, I know I'm new to all this shit, but one, we're talking way too fucking crazy about Tom. Two, this is public info, Doug. Everything that's talked about here is fully public information.
But we just went over this case.
But you were not standing on shit, Tom. Respectfully, you guys were just saying it's all good. Bro. Come on, bro. Bro, seriously, come on, bro.
Just end it, bro. Just end it. But go ahead, Kaysa. Go ahead.
So
go ahead. The floor is yours, bro.
Okay, so I just need to hear this then. Snoopy blacking out an S&D and forgetting spawns and rotations and play calls. Is that public information that was out on the flank?
What are you talking about?
I'm asking a specific question right now. Was that public information out on the flank?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yes or no?
Like,
yes or no? Just answer the question. Yes or no? All good. It's all good. Look, I don't care. It's fine. No. But that okay. But forgetting play calls in S&D, where does that come from though? That's what I'm trying to say. We don't have to go in detail about this. It's totally fine. We're going to move on. Like, I'm not going to hold a grudge on this shit. I don't have anything bad to say. Like, I don't want to throw people under the bus, but I just don't like seeing shit like that get out.
No, hold on. I'm not going to... Bro, either you are throwing someone on the bus or you aren't. Because clearly you are. So if you are,
go
ahead.
Don't make this about me. Don't make this about me. Don't make this about me, bro. Trust me.
Boys with Tom, bro. Why don't you just call the guy after and say, like, yo, I didn't like that you said that about... You know what I'm saying? Instead of going on stream and airing a bunch of shit, dude.
Kyson, this clip came out before I went on the flank, and then I talked to Tom last night. We texted last night about this.
We talked last night. I talked to Doug about a lot.
We went back and forth about all this stuff privately.
So then what was the point of going on stream then?
Because this was a new clip.
This was before that.
This was a new clip. This was new. This was posted 1 hour ago.
This was just posted, but this happened days ago. And then we texted last night. So it's just the timing is just with the internet and all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Doug already... You know what I'm saying? It was just...
Tom's my boy, and I was just like, bro, like, this is insane. And I know Tom's too nice to even, like, you get what I'm saying? It just looked crazy, bro. It looked crazy.
Yeah, no, it's cool, though.
The timing is what makes it look like shit. It's honestly just a timing thing.
I feel like we need more Stephen A. Smith energy in here, especially.
Dead.
Hey, bro.
No bullshit, no cheese. We need the truth, the almighty truth. That's it.
I felt some type of... Okay, I'll give you the Stephen A. energy. I felt some type of way personally as a person who helps Boston for the future, because this just all happened after I retired. I didn't really have this opportunity until after retirement. But when I see things that I know are private in the camp being spoken about on the flank, I get very defensive over the people that we have in this organization that have been here, that we see as a long-term future to the organization. And then when I see how these things change narratives... And obviously, yes, we critique gameplay and we can say what we want, but there's specific things in the camp that were private that get out publicly on the flank, and I don't like seeing that shit.
So let me ask you this question. Do you dispute, based on your internal knowledge, these things that you're claiming came out of the camp, do you dispute if they're true or not?
Dude, if we're going to hear on the flank that Snoopy's forgetting play calls in S&D and he's blacking out in rounds in S&D, and we're hearing this on the flank, that's where my problem lies.
I get your problem, but just answer I'm asking you a question. Like, are you disputing if this stuff is true or not?
Dude, I don't want to get involved with this shit, Ben. I'm just trying to tell you the truth here. Like, why are you trying to like instigate even more with me? I don't want to instigate.
I'm not trying to instigate because you're listen, I'm not trying to stir the pot here. Like this.
You are.
No, you're coming in here to walk the fence, and it's like
there's no fence being walked. There are things I believe moving forward. Look, moving forward to Boston Breach. If there's disputes between players, they will stay private. There won't be any little details about any players going out on the flank anywhere.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen, Ben. Myself.
Yo, what if it does happen though?
Well, then that's on me, and you could blame me and fucking cook my ass, dude.
Bet.
Hey, shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or you could run it the old-fashioned way with the rat and put on some 14-ounce gloves or some shit.
Or we can put the wire back on too.
Tommy's trying to box, bro. Tommy's trying to box somebody.
I'm trying to watch that shit. I'm just trying to box. I ain't trying to box nobody.
Hey, we've talked about some COD boxing, bro.
Not in the Call of Duty scene anyway.
The way I see a team being ran though is pretty simple, man. There's never going to be a perfect storm. I mean, everything's going to have its problems no matter what. Even if you're the best team in the game, you're always going to have your problems. And I really strongly believe that those problems need to be worked out privately amongst the team, amongst the coaching staff, amongst the organization. I don't want to see these problems anywhere being discussed on public platforms. And if they do get out, then that's on us, simply put.